All right. My name is Candace, also known as Candace Persuasion. I use she and they pronouns, and I am from Boston. I always knew that I felt different when I was younger, so I'll say about 4 or 5 is when I love the color pink. I love the Pink Power Rangers. I liked boys, but these two things I was either told I couldn't do or I was made fun of. And I had no idea or any knowledge on what trans identity was back then. So I just kind of wish that I was a girl, just because I think it would have been socially acceptable for me to like boys and like the color pink, right? So I had to really sit down and face the possibility of a trans identity. So 2 years ago is when I really met with a counselor and started taking hormones. I feel so much happier now, and I always say that I wish I should have started earlier, but I don't think I would have been mentally prepared for all that comes with being trans. And I still deal with dysphoria, and that comes with like a trans person's experience, but again, everything just feels like it's coming together. Being person of color, being Asian American, there are not many positive words in Vietnamese to describe anyone who is LGBT or Q or I or A. It's such a binary language that either you're male or you're female. So I'll tell my mom, you know that I was born male and now I want to become a girl. So it gets complicated in this language barrier, this cultural barriers. It's also being Asian for me, who I'm in, my family are immigrants. They came over to the United States to have a better life for us. So we have this unsaid debt that we owe to our parents. Do we put aside our happiness for our parents' pride? It's better to disappoint your parents for a couple of years than disappointing yourself for the rest of your life. We don't see eye to eye with a lot of things my family does, but who does, right? Everyone has family drama, and mine just happens to be that I'm a trans woman. I think I like my body. I don't love it. I've never really felt attractive. As a gay Asian man growing up at that time, my body was never deemed attractive. Gay people or gay men in our community never found feminine Asian men attractive, period. Now that I am becoming a woman, one thing that I've been scared of body modification, right? Because it plays a part in trans people's lives. That what if I get it and I'm not happy? So I think there's still a lot of work I need to do on what that means to really own the body that I love. Because I see the trans people around me, or I see trans people on social media embrace their bodies. Maybe it's still a internalized transphobia that I'm trying to figure out. We have this thing in queer community or queer culture that we're constantly comparing ourselves with one another, or we're competing with one another. We're always kind of throwing shade with each other. People are put down for their bodies, and I just don't know how we can combat that. Ultimately, we just want to be accepted, right? Instead of tearing each other down, why are we not educating and uplifting? 5 years from now, if we're gonna do another video like this, if we're still talking about people putting each other down for body image, how can we grow from that, right? There are a lot of unpacking that we need to do individually and unlearning and having these conversations, but only if you are willing to do that. I can't convince someone to have a conversation with me if they're just well, this is my view, I'm not gonna listen to you. If we can't have that conversation, we can't grow. If I can't grow with you, then girl, I don't know what to do.